This is Pimp Chronicle Radio. It's your boy, JB, in the place to be. And we're going to talk some stories. Now, to me, the greatest pimp that ever lived was Iceberg Slim. But the dude that trained Iceberg Slim to be the greatest was Sweet Jones. He was a Chicago pimp. And I mean, he had a lot of whores working them streets for him, making a lot of money. I mean, long money. Sweet Jones was living that life. He was a colored man with a nice car. He had a convertible. And he taught Iceberg Slim how to get money. Then he brought Iceberg Slim up and trained him up. You know, Iceberg Slim was robbing people at first. He was kind of a gangster. Back then, when you was a pimp, you was all other than one man. You was a gangster. You had to be tough. You had to walk the walk and talk the talk. Back then, pretty much, it was a man's world. If you wasn't a man, you'd get eaten out there. And it's a jungle out there, if you know what I mean. Now, this guy was great at what he doing. Pimping was his profession. Back then, the game was different. They love to see a young nigga bring him up, put some money in his pocket, teach him the fundamentals of the game. See, that's what they did back then. Teach him how to get money. Iceberg Slim was riding around in Cadillacs and staying in condos. But he had them women working that street. They made him money. See, back then, you pretty much made your own way back then. Didn't nobody want to be mopping no floors and shit, dying broke. So they went at it. Some sold drugs, some pimp, some rob, some con. You know, back then it was a lot of con man too, man. I mean, you had some schemers. There was a lot of shit going on back then. People was trying to come up. People got tired of living the way they was living. So they went and done something about it. Nicky Barnes and all them boys in the 70s. Not to get off topic, but those boys went and made their way. Now here on Pimp Chronicle Radio, this man law. At the end of the day, and you a man. So I told everybody they should think like a pimp and walk like a pimp. Because if you think like a pimp, you the smartest motherfucker in the room. A pimp is the smartest motherfucker in the room. You could put him in there with the mayor, and the pimp he gonna finesse the mayor. I'm telling you, pimps aren't dumb, man. They're smart people. They'll sit back and read you. A pimp will read you. That's what he does. He reads you. He sit back and he reads you and understand you. A pimp will know more about you than you know about your own damn self. Because that's a pimp. See, here on Pimp Chronicles Radio, we keep it 100. And I say the greatest pimp was Iceberg Slim, coached by Sweet Jones. Sweet Jones. Pimp C talks about him all the time. Sweet Jones was the one that coached him. So you could be a good coach and not be the greatest. He was a good coach, but Iceberg Slim was the greatest because he got out the game and he made something of himself out the game. He wrote books about pimping. He talked about his experiences, what he did out there in them streets. He talked about being addicted to heroin. You know what I mean? In that game, he was deep in it. Like he said in one part of the book, he said a pimp's his own greatest company. So a pimp like to sit by himself and come up with ideas and scheme. And like I tell you, a pimp can be in a room with anybody, a lawyer, a doctor, a mayor, a politician. And this motherfucker will be the smartest motherfucker in the room because a pimp, in his mind, he has no flaws. He the greatest, and what he says is law. You know what I mean? It's man law. That's why I say every man should think like a pimp. And your life will be so much better because you're thinking for yourself to accomplish great things. So go at it like a pimp. Your relationship, go at it like a pimp. Your business, go at it like a pimp. Be the smartest motherfucker in the room. This Pimp Chronicles Radio, and I just wanted to give y'all a little 5 minutes or something. So holla at me later.